Hi everyone, this is Professor Evolution 8. Today we're going to be doing a game against Tapu Bulu GX and Golisopod. And you'll see how it goes. It went quite well. It was quite a close game. It could have gone either way, but I was happy with the way it went. I won the coin flip, so I decided to go first. We didn't get a great starting hand because we got Manaphy EX. But at least we had an Ultra Ball, which was quite good. I decided to Ultra Ball my Choice Band and Double Colors Energy as I got ways to get more double colors, and I got a couple of Choice Bands, so it didn't matter discarding them. And then I put down Tapu Fini and I got a Bridget to set up my board, which was quite nice. I decided to go for Rimraid for Artillery, and then Vulpix for Alolan Ninetales regular, and Tapu Koko, which is a good starting board. I wasn't sure what team they were using at this time, so I went with the standard team. They decided to Tapu Fini for 2 Tapu Bulus and a faux Mantis, so they could set up a Lurantis for extra damage. They decided to add a double colors to their Tapu Fini and attack my Manaphy for 70 damage. I decided to use my Field Blower on their Choice Band on the Tapu Fini, and then I opted to go for Guzma to get my Vulpix in play so I could do a beacon. Tapu Bulu GX was the obvious best choice for the free retreat cost, which makes it hard to get out of the active without a float stone or anything. I went for Artillery for my draw support and Ninetales Alolan form, so I could start attacking these GX cards and adding some damage to the board. My opponent went for the Lurantis for extra damage and added the energy to Tapu Bulu, so I could start doing 50 damage. I used Artillery and I was lucky to get a Choice Band from the cards, so very cool. I opted to use the Professor Sycamore as I didn't want to use N and give my opponent 6 cards. Then I used Ultra Ball to discard my 2 water energy so I can get them back with Aqua Patch later. I went with Vulpix so I could set up another Ninetales. My opponent attached the energy to Wimpod and a float stone to Tapu Bulu GX and then passed his turn. I decided N was best to use here as I didn't want to discard anything and I needed a double colors energy so I could start attacking his Tapu Bulu GX. I was lucky to get a good hand with Float Stone, a double colors energy, a choice band and other things, so I was quite happy there. I started to attack Tapu Bulu GX so I could add 110 damage. Unfortunately, my opponent brought out Golisopod, which isn't good for my Alolan Ninetales. He decided to retreat his Tapu Bulu GX so he could attack with Golisopod the next turn and to save his Tapu Bulu from getting knocked out. He used his Scarlet to search for Acerola so he could take his Tapu Bulu GX off the bench to heal it, which wasn't great for us. I decided to use my Enya to take away his Acerola so he couldn't heal his Tapu Bulu GX. I ended up with a nice hand with double colors and 2 Aqua Patch and an Acerola, which was quite cool. I decided to Aqua Patch both my Water Energy to my Ninetales on the bench so we could set it up when we need to use Acerola or retreat. I decided to attack his Golisopod to add 50 more damage with my Ninetales. My opponent attached a Grass Energy to both his Golisopod and Tapu Bulu GX. Then decided to Guzma my Octillery to knock it out. I went in with Ninetales to add some more damage. Then I added another Water Energy to my other Ninetales on the bench. I decided to rescue Stretcher, my Remoraid and Octillery for my draw support. I decided to Ace Roller my active Ninetales to bring in my other Ninetales. My opponent decided to pass a turn as he couldn't do anything. I decided to bring out my Ninetales GX so I can start working on that Golisopod and Lurantis. I knocked out his Tapu Fini GX and took 2 prizes, so now I had 4 left. He decided to bring out his Golisopod into the active so he could take out my Ninetales, and then he went with the N and attached energy to Lurantis. He also added another Tapu Fini GX to his bench. He was just short of knocking out my Ninetales, which was good, and I was able to put down a Remoraid and attach some energy to my Ninetales GX. I decided to retreat to my Ninetales GX so I could set up some damage for my GX attack. He decided to attach a choice band to Golisopod and went for Professor Letter for 2 energy. He decided to Guzma my Ninetales up so he could knock him out with his Lurantis. I brought up my Ninetales GX and decided to use a Guzma to bring up his Tapu Bulu GX, which is hard to retreat. so I could do some ice lance. I decided to ice lance his Urantis as it was the best to take out first. He decided to Guzma my Manaphy X for the easy 2 prizes. I went back in with Tapu Koko and decided to use the N. I opted to use my last rescue stretcher on Ninetales and Vulpix and Manaphy EX. I decided to ask Lance and take 1 prize from Lurantis. So all I had to deal with now was his Golisopod. He decided to remove my choice band, but luckily I still had another one in my hand. He decided to float stone as Tapu Bulu GX and then attack me with his Golisopod GX to 180 damage. Luckily I had Guzma in hand to take out his Tapu Bulu GX with my GX attack. Also the good thing about the GX attack, the damage doesn't get reduced by the stadium. My opponent decided to use Ultra Ball so he could look at his last 2 cards to see if it was going to help him. He decided to retreat into his Golisopod, hoping that I won't get my last water energy so I could knock him out. I decided to Ultra Ball Vulpix and my special charge so I could get my Octillery out for the draw support. I used a Abyssal Hand for 3 cards, and I was very lucky to get a Water Energy. It was enough to knock out his Golisopod easily. I used Blizzard Edge to end the game. He took 130 damage from that, which was enough to knock him out. I enjoyed that game. I was happy with the way I played. I don't think I could have made any better moves than that. I hope you enjoyed this commentary on the video. If you enjoyed it, please tell me in the comment section.